Mike's rocket rolling. Okay, let's start running. Start warming up. We'll kind of hustle through our warm up. We're going to do push-ups and presses today. We haven't done those in a long time where we pyramid. So we're going to really work those shoulders and chest. And then we got some goblet squats with one heavy weight, some single leg B stance with that heavy weight, and then leg lifts. Morning, Abby. All right, a little bit higher knees. All right, and then butt kick. All right, right here, pendulum. All right, let's start kind of slow back curtsy unless you're already feeling good for skaters. So back curtsy and then pick up the pace. All right, okay, warm up your arms just a little bit. Do some of this type stretching, maybe some overhead, just stretch them out because we're gonna do, out of breath. We're gonna do our pyramid push-ups and presses. So 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8 to 1. Takes about 6 minutes. No rush. Start with your presses or your push-ups. All right, we ready? Push-ups or presses, either one. Remember to count down 10 reps presses, 10 reps push-ups. All right, ready? Not timed, you gotta keep track yourself. 10 reps. 10 push-ups, 10 presses, and then go to 9. 9, 9, 8, 8, all the way to 1. And again, take your time. And then make sure you've got good form on the push-ups, right? That it's not too much shoulder, that you're trying to work your pecs and triceps. And then you can choose kind of how you want to hold your weights for your presses. Palms facing your head, palms facing forward. Totally up to you. Good job, you guys. About halfway done, right? Good job. I know, arms are on fire. If you get done before other people or before we move on, just do some crunches or some bicycle crunches. Good. Push through it to one. And then when you're done too, make sure you have your dumbbell for goblet squats and then one heavy weight for a B stance. If you don't have just one heavy weight, you can use two lighter weights. You can put them together and also use the two lighter ones on these. So when you're done, make sure you have those weights ready to go and start some crunches. Good. We're getting closer to being done. You guys are doing great. And make sure you grab some water. I know, shoulders and they should be hurting tomorrow. I know. All right, everybody's ready to rock and roll. Grab your heavy dumbbell or those two heavies and put them together. We got our first set, goblet squat, wide stance, toes out, knees out. Hold that weight right here. Drop that booty down. Come back up. Squeeze those glutes, the top. Drop that butt down. Push through your heels. Woo. Okay, so B stance RDL with one weight. You use your little kickstand, the foot. But if you don't have just one heavy weight, you can use your two. You can do two lighter weights. So remember that stance. Stretch the hamstrings on that front leg. Back straight. Hinge. Don't arch. No archy of the back, okay? So keep it straight. Stretch those hamstrings. Rest. That was 50 seconds on that leg. Go ahead and go to the other side. All right, ready? Hinge that booty. Back straight. Remember to breathe. Brace those abs. All right, rest. Okay, so that was it. That was it for that round. So grab some water, make sure that's the right weight. You got a little bit of time to rest, and then we're going to another set of our goblet squat. All right, you guys, this set, same thing, goblet. Add a little pulse at the bottom, but not a super baby pulse, like a whoo, whoo, not just a little one. But so anyway, just make it like a rubber band. Toes out, knees out. Good, we're adding that little pulse at the bottom. All right, rest. Woo. All right, bstance RDLs. Really stretch that front hamstring, the front leg. Go slow. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale, exhale on the way up. Good, nice and slow hinge. All right, rest. All right, other leg. Hey guys, so think about it. Is your core tight? Is it braced? Like if somebody was gonna punch you in the stomach, would you be prepared? Think about that. Keep it tight. Keep it tucked in. Make sure you breathe. All right, rest. You got like 20 seconds to rest. Grab water. Okay, so you can do regular goblet, no pulse. You can do your goblet with a pulse or a goblet, and then our extra little pulse will be a little jump at the top. So anyway, kind of different levels or modifications. Anyway, you choose what you want to do. Grab your weight, goblet. So I'm going to do the goblet pulse, and then I'm going to jump just a teeny bit. Okay, so it look like that. Or just do your goblet, or do your goblet with your pulse. Maybe every other one, you could try a little jump if you want. Just adding an advanced move, explosive move. Doesn't have to be every rep. All right, last single leg or B stance. Ready? So try to fill this one, hamstrings probably going into your glutes as well. And then try your best to keep everything square, right? Hips are as square as possible, shoulders square, so we're not like rotating or falling. Try to stay square, stretch. Yep. All right, rest. All right, other leg. Good. Hinge, Abby. Hinge that booty back. I know you're getting a little tired. Hinge it back. It's hard for me to see too when it's not like in person, but just make sure you're hinging back. All right, rest. Get your ankle weights on. Hey, Abby, tomorrow we need to talk about that because you had your weight in the wrong hand. That's why it looked funky. So just let's try to remember tomorrow. I didn't catch that. All right, ankle weights on. Start giving me some crunches if you're waiting for me. All right, crunches if you're waiting for me. I need to get Cliff his 4th of July bandana. I had it for you this morning. All right, guys, flip it on over. Okay, let's just start out normal. Just warming up those glutes. Bring that knee back down to the ground, hover or tap it. Keep those hips square, tummy tight. You can be on your hands or your elbows. Good, same thing, other leg. Good, okay, so let's meet on your, so if these don't work for you, go to your side. But if you can go elbow or hand and knee and lift up, toe stays down or forward, it just doesn't go up to the ceiling. So you're gonna continue to work your glutes. Now, if this does not feel good on your hip, go all the way down how we normally do our sideline. Good. All right, same thing, other side. Work those glutes. Good. All right, we're going to all fours. We're going bent leg into fire hydrant. So still make sure that you're kind of touching the ground, or just make sure it doesn't hike up to where it just stays up in the air like this. I want you to come back down, fire hydrant, bent leg lift, slow and in control. Good. You can take a sec, stretch them out if you need to. Same thing, other leg. All right, you guys, rest for a sec. And I meant to tell you, grab a weight that you can do a jackknife crunch with. So a single dumbbell. I'm gonna grab a 10 if you want a 12 or a 15 or an 8, whatever. Keep your ankle weights on. And we're gonna keep our knees bent. So right here, so we're gonna double crunch it and bring the weight to our ankles. And you can create that arch. You can get that arch in your back for this, and then flatten your back and crunch up. Awesome. Okay, we haven't done these for a long time. Let's do our inner thigh adduction, abduction. As far as you feel comfortable, keep your back flat. Add a little pulse at the bottom and bring it back in. Core is tight. Hopefully you're feeling it. Awesome. All right, let's go back to all fours. We're gonna go full donkey kick. So all the way up to the ceiling, heel to the ceiling, bring the knee back down. Oh, I love it. Mike, Sarah, if you guys can at the end, you got to check out Taryn's dog, Sammy. Finley's been making bandanas for dogs. So I'll have to send you guys one for, well, maybe I'll even do Labor Day. That's still like 4th of July. Okay, go ahead and go to the other side. Or the next holiday is what? Halloween. We were buying them on Amazon for like $8 each and a Finley sews. And I was like, ooh, you should just make these. And so it's doing a pretty decent job. Good. All right, you guys, we're going to go back to that first leg. We're going to do some circles. Now you pick how big your circle is. You could make it big. If you want to make it a little bit smaller, just try not to keep it hiked up there for too long. All right, reverse your circle. Good. All right, same thing other side. Let's go with our circles. All right, reverse your circle. All right, let's go back to that kind of side plank on the knee position. And we're going up and down, keeping the toe down. Try to fill in those glutes. Core is tight. Good. Same thing, other side. Woo, getting hard. Awesome. Grab that weight. Let's get another set of our double crunches, holding our dumbbell, keeping those ankle weights on. Get that little arch in your back and a good double crunch. Okay, so take a little break and then we're gonna do that again. And I want you to add a little pulse at the top, okay? So take your break. We got 40 seconds. Let's get a little pulse at the top. So come down and then just up and make it a little harder. And then come back down, back flat, crunch, crunch. All right, put your weight down. Let's finish it with some more inner. Let's go ahead and crisscross it at the top. If you feel like you can bring your head up and engage your core more, hands behind your head, kind of a Pilates type thing. But if you want to rest your head, that's cool. Just keep the core tight, get that stretch. We got 1 more minute. So let's go ahead and flip it over. Let's finish it with the alternating donkey kick. Sorry, I'm a little off on my time. Let's go alternating to finish. All the way up. Hit that top part. Good. All the way up, alternate. Good. Good. Rest. All right.